Hi everybody, welcome to Creative Crafts, and today's tip of the day is how do we make this witch's hat? You want to know? We're going to be using a lot of recycling products, so if you want to know how I did this, you need to watch further. For this video today, we're going to be making a witch's hat decoration for the wall. So we're going to need a piece of cardboard. You can see I already cut one out from here, so you can see it. And should have turned my glue gun on before, but while that's getting hot, these are the things you're going to need for this project. You're going to need some cardboard. I'm going to use this burlap that I bought, this big roll of burlap, and I'm going to use that because I still have so much left over. And I'm going to use, maybe some leaves. And then I have this ribbon mesh. It's also in black. I'm going to mix them together. I'm going to use that for part of it. It's going to be a very easy idea. I have some of this hay, some pine cones, pumpkin, and I also have some of this rope, the jute rope. I'm not sure if I'm going to use all this, but because I was making a theme for fall and Halloween, I just want to make this as more like a fall decoration, but adding a little twist to it and make it as a hat so that I can reuse this. So what you're going to do now is, while I'm waiting for my glue gun to get hot, I'm going to cut maybe about this much. I'm not sure exactly how much that is, but we can check that out. This is in Germany, so I only have things that would go in centimeters. So this one, you could say about 15 centimeters wide. This is what you want to do. I'm just going to slice all the way down because you don't really need to be perfect. So what we're going to do now is, like I said, take your scissors and just keep cutting until you're all the way down. I'm so happy that I'm using so much of this burlap because I bought it in a place called Lidl, and what's so good about it, I only paid $3.99 for it, and I already made 2 great projects with it. So it's actually worth the money that I paid for it. So let's put this here. I'll roll that up evenly later. Underneath my little shelf here. So what we're going to do now is, we want to make this look a little bulky, this area here. So what I'm going to do now is get myself some newspaper. And what I'm going to do with this newspaper is crumple it up. And of course I'm going to start with this end. So you want to make it like a little point. And then you want to, I always keep saying wanna, you need to tape it. I would take a small corner tape and tape this corner so that there's a nice little point to it. And you see now what I'm trying to do here. I'm going to be doing this through the whole thing. up. And then we do this side. Make sure you make it all even, and you have to make it look like this. You know, not flat like this. If you make it a little bit flat, it's fine too. And you can make it the way you want, but I want to have, like I just showed you. And now we have this part we need to fill up. I'm not sure if I want to do it like this. Yeah, I think I'll do it like this. So now I can glue it. I'll take this part and glue it. That's where it goes in the back of it. And there we go. Once we got that all glued, what we need to do now is put newspaper here so it's also full, a little bit fuller here. So there you go. Now this is from cardboard, newspaper, and tape. This is my witch's hat that I want to use for hanging on the wall. That's why I decided to make it flat here. Doesn't matter how this looks because you can fix it up later if you want. I may do it with the gray tape all around the whole thing here so that it looks a little bit more professional. But now that this is all done, what you could do, you can make a choice. You can paint it if you want. Let's get rid of this newspaper. This area. And we're going to take our burlap and you're going to fold it like with all the other videos I've made. You're going to fold it in half. It's a very long piece of burlap, so you're going to take it, fold it, and I'm going to start with this end, and I'm going to glue it on the bottom over here. Be careful because you don't want to burn your fingers. So we're going to take our burlap and wrap it around. I mean, you can just put it like this, all across like this, and keep cutting it. But I think I'm just going to wrap it. Just make sure that you get the tip very well. And as you go, I would suggest that you glue it in the front here, so you know that it stays on each level that you turn it. There you go. And then what you do is, so it doesn't stale, you take the back and glue it later after you do your twisting and turning of it. Just make sure you cut off all of this excess material that keeps falling off. You'll be having a big mess later on the floor, like I always do. Like here, like I said, you can leave it like this. But I'm going to fix it on each end, starting from the top, and I'm going to glue it in so it's a little bit more tighter. You see what I'm talking about here? And then you go in. So I'm going to turn this around and do that, starting with the bottom. So it's all flat in the back. You don't want to have anything bulging out in the back, because then when you want to hang it on the wall, it's not going to look too nice. There you go. Now that looks a little better. I think. You can always, you know, form it out a little bit more evenly if you want, but you're going to stick some things inside here, so it wouldn't really matter. So now the next step is you're going to take a piece of the material of this, the burlap, and just, you don't want to do folding it in half because you're going to be sticking all kinds of stuff on top of this part, on this area. So I'm just going to glue some of the burlap over. Same thing goes for this side. Like I said, it doesn't have to be perfect. Just make sure that it sticks. That's why I told you before, it's always better to hold it down. Like I said, there. Cut off all excess things that are hanging all over the place. You don't want to have that all over it. So, and what I suggest you to do now is take some more glue and put it all across this area. And take your burlap, stretch it, and go over. And take your popsicle stick, you just want this to be on here so you can stick things on top of it a little more easier. Then I'm going to cut this off, this excess. So, now what you're going to do is glue all that extra material onto each other that you see on the bottom here. You don't want it having it stick up, so just try to glue it down. Try to, gotta, have to. I guess you can tell I'm from Boston. And I'm just gonna glue this here. And any extra, like I said, cut. You don't have to cut it all off because no one's going to see it like I told you before. So you just need something where it's going to stick. So and this here is a little bit loose, so I'm going to stick some glue here. Take my glue stick here so I don't burn my fingers. Now this is what it's going to look like when you're done. We're not completely done. This is the second step is putting the burlap on it. Now I think it looks already great. So now what I'm going to do is decorate the bottom here. How are we going to do that? We're going to take this stuff here, or we can even just take the ribbon. No, I don't want to take the ribbon. We want to fill this up, so we're going to try to fix it the way we want, or we can just take the big bunch and just maybe roll it up like this on it. Just keep gluing it. I think that's what I'm going to do. That's a better idea. So like I said, play with your methods and then you can make your choices later. Hopefully these rolls are enough because that's all I bought. So what we're going to do is I'm going to take this and glue this here in the end. Yes, I need my glue stick. And then try to add it all. Press it down. I think this is going to work out well. Just make sure you don't burn your fingers. I know I will. And then just fold it and roll it over. Ah, told you. Where's my stapler? So this is what it's going to end up looking like slowly. Yeah, I shouldn't have moved it. Now it's coming all undone. You wanted to keep it that it stays squished down. The two colors actually look really well together. I think I should just put this over here. We're going to have to keep going back and forth, huh? Hi everybody. This is maybe the very last part of the video, but I have to try to explain to you what I did here because I accidentally deleted part of the video when I did this, and also the untouchings that I did, and also what I did for the hook in the back. And I end up deleting it all. Stupid me. Can happen to everybody. So I decided I'm going to show you step by step, not step by step, but what exactly I did. As I was showing you, I was taking the glue and I was taking a big line of glue and going downwards, bunching up the ribbon and just, taking a bunch, like if you were making a ribbon, take a little bit, twist, hold it down. Same thing goes for the whole line. And then you keep going until you finish like I did here. I think it looks great. And I hope you can see it. And then I added some little stuff here. Like I told you during the video, I may not have had enough, and I didn't. But lucky me, I cut some of this off thinking I was going to do a different method, and I had this extra, so I can actually glue it here in the end. Sorry about that, but it's pretty much, it really is easy. Like I said, it's like if you're making a bow. Gap it and keep gluing them all together. You can go one step at a time. You don't have to make a line. You can do whatever method you want to do. Just bunch it up so it looks like this, or you can just bunch it all up on string and then glue the whole thing on there later. Whichever method is easy for you. I added some of this stuff, and then I added the little broom. And this is how it looks now. I think it looks great. Matches the rest of my decorations that I've made. And for the back here, I end up taking some wire and, folding it together a few times so it's very thick, like I did here. And then I bent it to make it look like a hook. And then I glued the two ends on the inside part of the material, and it's stable. It may not look like it because of this here, but it is very stable, so you don't have to worry about that. And it looks great on the wall. So I took a picture, and it's going to be at the end of the video. And I'm sorry about this again. I'll try to be more careful next time. But you can use any kind of burlap or jute. You can use jute, you can use burlap, any color you want. I decided to use this color. It's more like a fall color, because they had this, like I told you before in the very first video, they had this jute on sale, a big huge piece for when you cover trees. And I still have some left. I may use it in one more video. So stay tuned for that next one. I hope you like it. Please give it the thumbs up. I really would like to get up to at least 50 likes on this video. And I wish you a great night, and I'll see you in the next video. So everybody, here's the witch's hat. We finished it. I think it looks great. It's my rustic witch's hat tip of the day and easy to make. Made from recycled newspaper, cardboard, and just actual things I got at shops that were on sale. Looks great, and I hope you enjoyed this video. Bye.